A May 21st shooting took the life of a 37-year-old woman. Connie Rod died in what was first deemed an accidental shooting.
By August, the story shifted, and her husband, Erik Rod, was arrested for murder. Renee Cooper joins us to break this investigation down.
Yeah, Renee, how unusual is this turn of events?
Lorna Nicholas, it really depends on who you ask. Rod's lawyer questions how a, quote, small group put a lot of external pressure on law enforcement to open a murder investigation. The Minot police chief says it's not that simple.
There are always two sides to every story.
That's exactly why attorney Patrick Waters reached out to me to share his client, Erik Rod's story.
The two had just been married for a short time, but they were building a life together. And so there's a lot that just doesn't make sense about this. Initially, this appeared to be being looked at as an accident, and at some point, a murder investigation came from it. Despite what the small group of very loud voices may have to say otherwise, this has been a tragic situation for Erik.
Waters is referring to Evan Hunt, who spoke with KX News in September. He told us he and other friends, quote, noticed a change in Connie Rod's demeanor before her death.
The chief of police for Minot made a statement that indicated that it was a group of people from the community that gave information or made statements that led to this being expanded on.
It sounds from that article that it kind of fell off of our radar until the community brought it back to our attention, and that's not the case.
Minot Police Chief John Klug was at the helm of the investigation and says community input aided in the case, but it didn't pressure police to take another look at the case.
Our case was continuing from day one, and you rely on the people that know the victims the best to share what they think feels right or wrong about the situation. And then we have to prove it.
Waters says he wants to make sure the public knows the other side ahead of the trial.
There's nothing that I can see in Erik's past that it would explain how this could happen. Nothing at all.
Prior to Heartland Law taking the case, Rod pleaded not guilty to murder with extreme indifference, a AA felony. Chief Klug says now it's up to the jury.
Rod's attorney says at the time he believes what happened that night was an accident. He says Rod was handling a new firearm to be packed up for a camping trip and didn't realize it was loaded when it went off. Although it couldn't be disclosed, Chief Klug says there is evidence that points to murder.
Renee Cooper reporting. Thank you.